Yeah, Pat Hunter.
She called me from the bank and asked me if I would like to attend a bank party.
Right.
And
That was a Mercantile Bank.
yeah, and I said, well, I'm not much of a dancer, but I said, I know you and your friends, Skeets
Oh yeah,
Evans and
I forgot about them. Yeah,
Donna Dunn and
Yeah.
all Mary's friends.
right.
I said, sure, I'll go. I can't dance, but I'll go.
Right.
And that's when I met Mary.
Wow.
I was standing there talking to the bank president, can't think of his name right now. And Mary walked by, and she just kind of glanced to see somebody at the window,
Right.
So she took care of her customer and came back, and that was the first view I had of her.
Right.
And I guess Pat had told me that Mary worked there. Oh, we got a girl that doesn't have a date.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. I got
That's how I met
it.
Mary.
Okay, that's great.
I thought, boy, that's for me.
That's great.
That's awesome.
Yep. I had not heard any of those names in a long time.
You haven't what?
I have not heard any of those names in a long time. I
Uh-huh.
mean, the Hunters and
Yeah.
Dunn and wow. Just, yeah.
Yeah, they were all friends of Mary's.
And they all knew the Freverts.
Yeah. Everybody in Lansing knew the Freverts.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. That was a problem for me growing up because everybody knew my brothers and sisters and parents.
Mm-hmm.
And every time that I would have a little bit of fun, somebody
Oh, yeah.
knew my parents.
And still you didn't spend any time in jail.
No. I
Should have.
Like my older brothers, I was on the straight and narrow. I'll tell you the biggest blessing next to my family was that field behind our house.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I was always digging a cave out there.
Yeah, same here. In fact, we had a cave. We dug a fort underground, which to us was a big deal. And then one of the kids from over on, I think School Street, but anyway, when we were down in one of our little caves, he knew we were down there, and he came over and he started jumping up and down on the ground, and we were in a cave-in. Of course,
Oh, man.
it wasn't a major, it was just
Right.
a little kid thing. But so we never dug another one.
Yeah.
But yeah, that field was perfect for Mom because she could look out the kitchen window and usually see us.
Yeah.
It was 2 blocks one way and 3 or 4 the other.
No, that's awesome.
And it was just nothing. It was a failed government project from, I think, before World War II. They were going to build government housing there, apartments.
Mm-hmm.
And they dug the foundations, and then that's as far as it went. So over years, they just became little ponds when the water was, So we loved it. And
Yeah,
then
I used to catch a mouse and chase the girls with a boy. They were afraid of a mouse.
our mother was too.
Yeah.
I put one in our oven one day.
Oof.
We had our father being born and raised on a farm. He had stuff planted in a couple of different lots, vacant lots around the house. And back in that field, on the other side of our alley, my dad had chickens. He tried to keep, I think the number was 80. He tried to keep 80 chickens,
Yeah, I
I
don't
think.
know how many.
And well, what was the feed store over on Burnham Avenue?
Crispin.
Yeah, Rispin. Well, one day my dad and I walked there on I think it was a Saturday morning, and he was buying baby chicks to get more, because we were eating most of the eggs. We were either eating or trading or something. And that day is when he told me he was buying enough baby chicks to get the chicken count back to 80. He wanted to keep 80 chickens. And we must add chicken several times a week, right?
Oh, yeah, we had chicken a lot.
And I still love chicken, but
So
I mean,
do I.
I remember, going out in the alley and taking a couple chickens and breaking their necks and cutting their head off. And,
Yeah, I
happened all the
remember
time.
Our cousin, Ed Eastman,
yeah,
he used to come and spend a couple of days, and when Mom was going to fix chicken, Ed would go out and catch a chicken, grab it by its head, and
yeah.
twist it.
Yeah.
It just whip it,
Yeah.
The neck would break. And I remember the first time, and Dad was holding the chicken, and I had to hold the head, and he had that old log,
Yeah.
tree stump thing.
Somebody came down with an axe.
Yeah, well, he was trying to show me how to cut their head off, which
Yeah.
I did. But whoever was holding the chicken let go. Well, the chicken runs. They don't know their head's missing yet. And
They
that was
flopped around.
yeah, they flop around a little bit. I remember that clearly, because it was like a rite of passage.
Mhm.
Okay, now we can get involved in the serious stuff. Yep. I was just looking at a picture the other day of when Dad built the garage, and he had most of the walls were up, and he was kind of in the foreground laying some block, and Mom was a little farther away on one side, and I was sitting on the far wall that he had, and somebody took a picture, and that was a big deal, building that garage.
Yeah, I tell you, my dad worked his butt off.
Yes, he did.
Working 6 days a week at the garage.
And plus he had the sign
we
job.
all went to Sunday school. We lived a mile away from church, and Dad stayed home because he worked all week,
Yeah, but he was also the janitor at the church. He was the janitor.
Was he?
Yeah, I helped him. Neil helped him.
I'll be darned.
Yeah. Well, you had already moved out,
Yeah.
right? But yeah, he was. Until the new church was built
I know they
on
had
Burnham, but
the buses all had signs all the way down the aisle.
Yeah.
that was his second job, was changing those
Dad
signs.
used to work overtime.
Oh, like the
to
route,
have
like
all
the what
signs,
route, the
yeah.
route signs.
No, the advertising signs inside
Oh, okay.
and
Yeah,
outside
yeah, yeah.
the buses in
Got
those
it.
days. And yeah, I would when I got old enough, I would go
Chesterfield cigarettes
on,
and
yeah.
Wonder Bread and all that.
But they had signs on the front of the bus under the windshield, and then the
Yep.
bigger signs on the sides of the bus. And then there was 28 signs on the inside of most of the buses. Some of them had more.
Yeah.
And on Friday night and Saturday night, I would go with my dad. Neil did before me. We would go catch a bus and go into North Hammond, and you do it late at night when most of the buses are in the garage.
Right.
And then the next night
You get the rest.
you get the rest. And
It's cool.
it was that was a big deal, helping my dad. It was cool. I mean, you thought we were big time, going to buses, and you got to figure out how to turn the lights on in different kinds of buses, and take the proper signs in and all that. It was interesting.